Source for all the Zach you care about. I'm ENunn, and as you see, Kevin is on today, so Mr. Selwyn is here. Thank you.
Nice to be here. Thank you for breaking your leg, Kevin. We are coming to you live from the G4 studios here in Los Angeles.
On today's show, web fame is the goal of every internet user, but at what price? In Around the Net, we will show you a sketch where a guy cuts off his junk for internet infamy.
Yeah.
Plus, in Gadgetron, we review the very first Blu-ray home theater in a box. We'll tell you if its sound is as sweet as its picture.
Also, we take you behind the scenes of Michelle Gondry's and Jack Black's Be Kind Rewind to show you what went into making this soon-to-be cult favorite. And then we talk with our virtual audience about the Wolverine cast and if there are just too many superheroes out there these days. I think there are.
Remember when you got Jack Black to sing an Attack of the Show song and put all our names in it?
That was awesome. I got to find that somewhere.
I know, it was awesome.
It was old school.
All right, now, you guys, it is time to look at the top 5 items on the web right now.
Because we care, we're going around the net. What's this?
Just clap.
Yeah?
Just clap with me.
All right.
Vagina punch! Vagina punch!
Vagina punch! Vagina punch! Vagina punch! Vagina punch! Vagina punch! We'll get it down. We'll get it down. Vagina. You know, I'm going to market a new Gatorade flavor or vitamin water flavor called Vagina Punch. It's like a fruit punch
flavor?
vagina.
It would just be vagina flavor.
Salmon and grapefruit.
Oh!
Sorry.
Might be delicious.
I'm disgusting. You know what? We're going to start
Salmon
things off
grapefruit.
with something a little holiday-oriented, some holiday cheer. Here at number 5 on Around the Net, we have an idyllic Christmas scene that Norman Rockwell himself would have been extremely proud of.
Okay, here's the deal. Christmas is about survival of the fittest, and when somebody opens up a present of yours, you better stand your ground or all is definitely lost. So thank God we have heroes like this leading our way.
Ooh, Baby says it's okay. That's Tony. Doing it downstairs? You open mine? Oh, why did you open mine? Open it for my gifts. Hey, look at it on camera. I'm throwing some trash. It's no fair, what? I'm gonna burn this tape. Get it? Ooh, look it. It's nice.
You opened mine? This is nice. You know the best thing about that video right there is that somebody in the family actually sold out their grandson and posted that on College Humor for everyone to enjoy.
Yes, well, if that's not the Christmas spirit, I don't know what is, really, to tell you the truth.
That's beautiful. Now, we here at Attack of the Show are officially non-denominational. Unfortunately, turns out we legally are not allowed to expel filthy Catholics from our ranks anymore, and I'm disappointed.
But if there is one religious doctrine we can all agree on, if I may, it is that 1990s LA-based televangelist Reverend X speaks the good word, and apparently also likes Tupac. He's popped up on the internet a few times since vanishing from the public access airwaves, and today he is our number 4 on the net.
Yeah, even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a debased mind to do those things which are not fitting. That's why I put the Tupac tape in there. Let it play for the last 3 minutes. So I do a little jig on it. The devil, huh? You used to go into church. Devil, watch it. Come on, congregation. Come on, let's go. Come on, devil, come on over here. Devil over here, come on. You all right now? Give me your money. Give me your money.
Yeah.
Somebody doesn't need the cane?
No, that cane's all for show. That's how they do it. That's how it's done in the rap world and the Reverend world these days.
Now, this is a true story. Apparently, Reverend X lost his show when he told his viewers to look for some sin and then dropped trout on the air.
Yes, if Reverend X were Catholic, he would have just been moved to a different parish.
Oh! Never a Catholic religion.
Kind of hard out here for a pimp.
Coming in at number 3 today, we have a promotional spot for this weekend's Independent Spirit Awards, which takes place here in Los Angeles on the beach.
On the beach. Great Neil Young record, by the way. Now, independent film is known for being cutting edge, and the same goes for their advertisements. I mean, seriously, what's more cutting edge than Rainn Wilson's man parts being pushed in the face of Juno director Jason Reitman?
Rain on film with Jason Reitman. Rain on film.
Wow, Paul, your shorts are especially gold today.
Yeah, I did ask Katrina to the dance, and a bunch of us are from the team are going. Then we're going to Benihana, and then prom, and then up to her parents' cabin.
Ray, stop, please, cut. I need you in my movie.
Wow.
Rain on film.
It's awesome.
Rain on film.
It's awesome.
Rain on film.
You know what? His nards look like two squirrels trying to fight their way out of a Crown Royal bag.
These are big, nice and juicy in there. Way to go, Rainn Wilson.
Bring the rain.
And at number 2 today is a new video from Queen's sketch comedy troupe Cheese Theater. But this, as so many web videos do, suffered from what we call internet length syndrome.
Yes, internet length syndrome. The idea for the bit about a books on tape series that teaches you how to do things in your sleep is a pretty good one. And there are some great jokes in here, but unfortunately, it's 2 minutes long, which in internet speak is eternity.
So we here at Attack of the Show took our editor's knife to it, pro bono, by the way, and in the process, we turned a potential epic fail to an epic win.
Is your thirst for knowledge hindered by day-to-day responsibilities?
Yeah, listen, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm just gonna practice the lesson here.
Now, thanks to the Nocturnal Institute for Learning, you can learn anything your heart desires. In 8 little snoozy hours, you can wake up a master of destruction with our Learn Karate While You Sleep volumes 1 through 10. Just insert your CD into the player and fall asleep. Choose from a wide array of subjects, such as painting, photography, bike riding, load a gun, reading, music, and even law. Take charge of tomorrow. Tonight, at nil.
Yeah. Now, learning useful skills in your sleep is the only way that we're actually going to catch up with the rest of the world in terms of productivity. Get to it.
Stop dreaming, America. It's your patriotic duty.
Make it happen. Finally, taking the #1 spot in Around the Net today is a sketch from our friends Human Giant, one of the best comedy troupes out there right now.
They are amazing. Now, in this clip, the group investigates 2 paths to internet stardom and the various philosophical ramifications of conscious decisions in a media-saturated postmodern society. Also, a guy cuts off his genitals.
Yes!
Yeah. I'm gonna cut my
Chances are, if you logged onto the internet in the last week, you've seen this video. And we have its creator here tonight. How the ladies treating you?
Well, let me put it this way. There are definitely days when I wish I didn't cut my penis off.
Tonight we are also joined by Mr. Kevin Kreisler. He's known for his funny faces. Now, Dale, your video has 26 million views. And Kevin, how about you?
80 million.
Anyone can do what he's doing. Watch it.
That's not the same.
It was just as good.
Well, Jim wasn't laughing.
No, I wasn't.
It's not a craft if everybody can do it.
Oh, well, you know what I'm going to do, Dale? I'm going to go make funny faces and hold my at the same time. Do you want to go do that? Can you fish your out of the garbage and try to reattach it and do that?
He's got you there.
That's a low blow.
This is one of the funniest shows on MTV. You have to check it out. Human Giant is getting ready for its 2nd season of shows on MTV.
So let's review how this goes. Phase 1, you create your comedy troupe. Phase 2, you chop off your D. Phase 3, you make money.
There you go.
Not bad. I'm in.
You're doing it.
Oh, I'll do it right now. Cheers.
We don't
No
have cheers.
cheers?
Next block.
Next
You're
block.
there.
I'm
You're
in.
there. All right, you
It's
guys,
gone.
to get your daily biofix, make sure to head on over to g4tv.com/aroundthenet. There you can also sign up for the Around the Net podcast. You know, if you cut off your penis, you can't have sex. Change your mind?
Okay. No, I'll do it.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Cheers.
Cheers! Hey, don't forget to catch our AOTS Encore tonight at 11, where we are featuring our new ATN After Hours video. You'll see exclusive clips that were too hot for prime time. Right now, though, it's time for the only news you need to know. Here's Kristen Holt and the Feed headlines.
Thank
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, Leonardo DiCaprio is set to produce and star in a live-action version of the classic anime Akira. Plus, Star Wars fans may have to find venues other than cons to show off their elaborate costumes. And there's a new 3D camera that takes pictures in a way that's similar to what the human eye sees. It's all coming your way in just a few minutes. But first, back to you guys.
Now, we're all looking forward to the Oscars on Sunday, and all week we are looking at some of the best picture nominees to see if they're worthy of taking home the grand prize.
Today, No Country for Old Men is up, and just like we showed you yesterday in There Will Be Blood, there's a new brilliant actor out there who's turning a lot of heads.
What's the most you ever lost in a coin toss?
Sir?
The most you ever lost in a coin toss?
I don't know. I couldn't say.
Call it.
Call it?
Yes, call it.
For what?
For me. Because I'm scary.
Well, we need to know what we're calling it for here.
No, you don't. My hair alone should be enough to persuade you. You'll see my hair. Recognize it's a no-nonsense style, though not one typically worn by a man. Yet it works for me, and you'll call it.
I didn't put nothing up.
Yes, you did. The moment I walked in, you saw my clothing. Black, long sleeves, despite the desert heat. You noticed my sanguine demeanor and my thousand-yard stare and how I like to tell tales where I wax poetically about life and death, and well, that scared you. You were scared, right?
No.
No? Come on, just call it for me anyway. Just me. Come on.
Look, I need to know what I stand to win.
No, you need to stop standing there like a D-bag and make the call. It's heads or tails. 50-50 shot, buddy.
How's that?
Listen, friendo. I'm getting a little pissed off here, so either you make the call or I'm gonna brain you with my air tank. Come on. Come on, call it. Come on, call it. It'll be fun. Call it. 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 Call.
Well done.
You know, back in the 80s, that haircut was known as a Dorothy Hamill. Yeah, look it up.
Now it's the Javier Bardem. Still ahead, everybody, we are looking at the latest developments of all things Japan and reveal an ice-pooping snow plow. You heard me right.
Plus, I talk with the stars of Be Kind Rewind, and we'll sacrifice our eardrums to a new 7.1 Blu-ray surround system in Gadget. It's that.
Want to become one with the gaming universe? Find out how in 60 seconds. So winter is winding down and it's almost time for a little spring cleaning. In other words, time to clean out all the old video game crap you have lying around. You know, that Xbox copy of Metal Arms. It was a good game and all, but let's be honest, you are not going to play it again, ever. Well, should you sell your old games back to your local video game store? Only if you want to be totally taken advantage of. Well, there's always the charity route. There are soldiers in Iraq who would love your old copy of NBA Ballers. Or you could organize a game exchange with all of your cohorts. Everyone brings their old games in a six-pack and the trades begin. You get new games to play, and I'm sure you're saving the earth in some way. I'm Morgan, and that's been a minute.
Hey, Subway.
Welcome back, guys. All right, let's get right to it. The groundbreaking anime Akira will soon be a two-part live-action film produced by Leonardo DiCaprio and Warner Brothers. DiCaprio will play lead character Kaneda, a biker gang member who is subjected to a government experiment that unleashes his latent powers. And starring opposite DiCaprio as Tetsuo will be Third Rock from the Sun star Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The original manga and anime took place in a futuristic post-apocalyptic Neo-Tokyo, but the new story will move the action to a Japanese-built Neo-Manhattan. Look for it in theaters around summer 2009. What's worse than going bankrupt?
going bankrupt and owing George Lucas money. Gen Con, the convention company, has entered Chapter 11, but they did so owing Jabba big time. Gen Con handled the most recent Star Wars celebration in Los Angeles, and Lucas claims the company had not dispersed any of the profits from the multi-day convention. One particularly sad detail, Lucas alleges that Gen Con failed to send the proceeds from a charity auction to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Good luck in court with that, Gen Con. Anyone who trolls the interwebs knows that forums are a place where people talk smack, no matter what the topic is about. But college students have a forum that's function is only for flaming. Juicy Campus encourages students to rag on their peers and then vote on what post is the juiciest. But now there's backlash as some students are demanding the site be banned to keep the lies and, let's face it, truth from spreading and their reputations intact. The website's founder is standing firm, saying that his site and the flaming on it are protected by the First Amendment. Stanford University has announced a new chip that can record images in 3D. Unlike your now obsolete camera sensor, the 3-megapixel chip uses overlapping arrays of pixels. The magic is that each of these arrays sees from slightly different angles. This mirrors how our brain sees depth with our two eyes. There are competing technologies for future 3D cameras, but Stanford's chip is so far the most compact and easy to use. We did it! On Wednesday night, the U.S. Navy shot down a spy satellite that was teeming with poisonous gas. What remained unclear after the missile strike was, what happened to the poisonous gas? Well, after tracking the debris for a day, we can now report that an all clear has been given. Russia was critical of the decision to kill the satellite with a missile, saying the entire exercise was little more than a weapons test. The Navy had a 10-second window to hit the moving satellite located 133 nautical miles above the Earth. If I were Russia, I would shut it. And finally, scientists in Paris have created a new rubber compound that's made from fatty acids and a component of urine. Yep, you heard me, urine. The consistency is a cross between silly putty and a rubber band, and it is self-healing. Cut it in half with a knife and it will repair itself. Chemists at Tokyo University say that the compound is very close to being used in business applications such as tires or adhesives. That's it for today, but don't worry, the feed doesn't stop here. Stay tuned to G4 all day and look for the feed ticker at the bottom of your screen. We'll have all the news you need to know as it happens. I'm Kristen Holt, and you've just been fed.
It is time once again to visit our near future. In it, Japan has a robot that eats snow for you.
That's a precursor, of course, to the creation of robots that eat people. But it's a start. It's only one of the many wonderful things about our Far East friends. Let's find out what's up with Japan.
Japan has been busy working on the future again as Japanese developers have created a robotic snowplow called the Yukitato. And at nearly 900 pounds, the self-running, snow-eating robot is packed with features including a GPS system to help find its way and a pair of cameras to help it keep out of most troubled areas. But the most unusual feature of the Yukitato is what it does with the snow after shoveling it out of the way. It poops out bricks of ice. And it'll then stack the ice bricks for either storage, melting, or alternative sources of refrigeration. Way to stay cool, Japan. Another technology coming out of the land of the rising sun is Tengu, the USB lip syncer. Having already sold over 35,000 units in Tokyo alone, this USB gadget has 7 different LED face expressions that can imitate any sound coming out of your speakers, whether it be a song or speech. Tengu will actually go to sleep when it doesn't detect any ambient noise, but just give it a whistle and Tengu will wake up. Now, you might remember Japan's plan to test its paper airplanes in zero gravity, which definitely takes the art of origami to the next level. But how about a space-proof boomerang? The theory is that without any gravity tugging on it, it is possible that the aerodynamic object will just keep on going in whichever direction it is thrown. And if the scientists are wrong, expect for it to land somewhere far and away from Japan. And lastly, while touchscreen menus have been used in Asian restaurants for some time now, Japanese manufacturer Teraoka is raising the bar with Deli Touch, a pen that allows customers to place food orders by simply scanning photos of the items from the menu. The pen's camera scans the barcodes embedded in the photos and transmits the information wirelessly to a computer in the kitchen.
And at only 45,000 yen per month, the Deli Touch is considerably cheaper than those touchscreen menus. Thanks, Japan, for making it even easier for us to avoid human contact.
Oh, we love everything from Japan. Snow-eating robots, squid jerky snacks, and of course, the Ninja. The votes are in G4's American Ninja.
Complex Magazine, a Mark Echo production. We're the hottest in Hollywood. Music, style, sneakers, and women collide. Complex Magazine, available at newsstands everywhere and on complex.com.
Festive music there.
I like that.
Okay, Jack Black and Mos Def's new movie, Be Kind, Rewind, comes out tomorrow. The two play video store clerks who accidentally erase everything in the store and have to reshoot the stock.
Now, I hung out with my boy Jack and director Michel Gondry and even gave them a few notes that they actually liked.
You erase these tapes. It's you.
Jack is back and ushering in a trend of Hollywood film homages in Be Kind, Rewind.
I will shoot you, and I know robot karate.
Fresh from its Sundance premiere, Be Kind, Rewind is about video store clerks who recreate low-budget versions of their entire inventory, a process they call sweeting.
What causes the two characters, Mos Def and Jack Black, to have to swede movies from your video store?
Well, they have a little accident.
Rewound this tape all over and it's blank.
Really?
After Jerry accidentally gets magnetized, he comes over to the video store and erases all the videos in the store unknowingly.
You're magnetized.
The boss, Danny Glover, is coming back in 1 week, and there is all the customer coming in and asking for movies, and they can't find any other solution than to remake the film.
You gotta find new tapes.
I got a better idea.
Follow me.
Spawning from the mind of French film sensation Michel Gondry, sweeting has sparked the latest phenomenon to blaze the internets.
Do you think this has potential to, catch on as like a new word?
Already has, and not only as a verb, but as an action. People are sweeting movies all over the country.
Has anyone started to swede Be Kind, Rewind yet?
I did.
What's happening to our hood?
I did the sweded version of the trailer, and I play all the role myself. When you're walking down the street, and you see a little girl.
We were under strict orders by Michel, don't rewatch any of these movies. And I said, well, a couple of them I never saw, Rush Hour 2. He's like, good, even better.
Inspiring some hilarious Hollywood remakes, Be Kind, Rewind is an instant classic you'll want to swede for yourself.
Amateurs.
Be Kind, Rewind hits theaters without any of my ideas tomorrow, February 22nd. Now, Olivia has some high-priced wonders to share with you.
Okay, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. NBC has nothing else, so they are streaming shows from the 70s, and we'll see if they'll find a virtual audience. Plus, Chris Gore examines the career of Johnny To, Hong Kong's biggest action movie director in the Asian underground. Downhill skateboarding can be pretty exhilarating, but it doesn't take much to turn that smooth ride into a trip to the hospital. What happens next? Does he take a turn for the worse and end up belly first into a car? Does a cat run onto the road and trip up his feet? Or do those speed wobbles get the best of him, sending him head first into the asphalt? We'll have the bone-shattering answer after the break. Downhill skateboarding can be pretty exhilarating, but it doesn't take much to turn that smooth ride into a trip to the hospital. What happens next? Does he take a turn for the worse and end up belly first into a car? Does a cat run onto the road and trip up his feet?
Or do those speed wobbles get the best of him, sending him headfirst into the asphalt? Looks like those speed wobbles are more than he could handle. Maybe next time he'll leave the dangerous work to the professionals.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. It is time to open our secret doorway and peer into the Asian underground.
Today, Chris Gore and Jeff Wong bring us the best of Johnny To, Hong Kong's hottest action film director.
What's up, Chris Gore here in Chinatown in Los Angeles, here to talk to Asian cinema guru Jeff Wong about the films of Johnny To and Asian Underground.
When it comes to Hong Kong action, there are very few originals left outside of Johnny To. Now, Johnny To is one of those directors who hasn't made the dive into Hollywood yet, and one of his best films is Full-Time Killer. Now, Full-Time Killer looks at the plight of two assassins, one by the name of Oh, who is very meticulous and very methodical. The other is a newcomer and a brash sort of character by the name of Talk. This film looks at their exploits and how they're competing in a head-to-head competition of who's the best killer in town, but they're also competing for the affections of a young, meek store clerk.
Now, why is the work of Johnny To so important to Asian cinema?
Johnny To has taken sort of Western influence of like art house cinema and combined it with this Hong Kong action to make very standout films. A Full-Time Killer is a must-own for not only the action fan in you, but also for the film fan in you as well.
Now, Johnny To has yet to take the plunge into Hollywood, but he has borrowed a thing or two from our Westerns.
That's right, and with his 2007 release, Exiled, Johnny To borrowed heavily from spaghetti Westerns to make a modern-day Hong Kong action. Exiled follows a group of friends who grew up in a gang together, and when one of them actually betrays their boss or die low, the two groups of friends are pitted against each other in sort of a string of shootouts, leading up to one of the biggest heists of their careers.
Now, I love seeing a spaghetti Western To style.
Yeah, this one is actually great. What's interesting about this film, though, is that there wasn't really a set script in place. There was scenario set up, and then Johnny To let the actors sort of play out their roles.
Now, drama is something you don't see a lot in action films, but To is great at mixing genres.
Yeah, even with something as simple plot as a hostage situation, To mixes a lot of character drama with his film Breaking News. Now, Breaking News follows a group of bandits who have committed a heist and then end up in an apartment building through a hostage crisis. And then what it does is it plays the media against the cops, and the cops play the media against them as well.
Cool, and it's incredibly intense.
It is. One of the great parts about Breaking News is the actual opening sequence, which is a 10-minute long, one-take action sequence, something similar to what we saw in Children of Men.
And you forget, it's a drama.
Of course, it is a drama, and it was Johnny To at his best. This is one that's easily missed by a lot of fans, but for those of you out there that likes action and drama, pick this one up for sure.
Jeff, thanks for the lowdown on To. Everyone be sure to check out these DVDs. Let's go get some more.
Okay, now, Zach was in Hong Kong recently, and you did some kung fu training.
Yes.
So you probably got what it takes to become an action star, right?
Not at all.
No?
No, actually, I'm very lucky that I even escaped that kung fu training with my life.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and, you know, refrain from chopping off your penis, too.
Oh, did we get those shears yet, by the way?
Live through the show. Later, maybe by the end of the show.
Okay, shears.
Something. Okay, now it is time to let you guys into our home/studio to hear what you've got going on in those brain pans of yours.
Yes, we call it the virtual audience.
Okay, let's get things started by talking about the Akira film. Now, we told you guys earlier in the feed that Warner is planning on bringing the manga to life. Our question to Jeremy, are there some classics that shouldn't be made into film?
I personally feel this is one of them, definitely. And if they're going to do it, I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is the right person to have in charge of it all.
Well, who would that person be?
That I'm not quite sure of. I'm just sure there could definitely be a better choice than him. I'm not a fan of anything he's touched so far, and this is a film that could easily go either way of totally sucking or being really good.
They should get Corey Haim. Be awesome. Now, this is actually a film adaptation of the manga. It's not a remake of the anime version from 1988. So, Jeremy, are you excited to get to see the complete 6-volume saga on film, or are you just convinced this isn't going to work at all?
I'm going to see it, and if it's good, I'm going to love it, but if they mess it up, I'm going to be very upset.
So you will see it?
Oh, definitely.
All right. Now, up next, we're going to talk to, let's see, Marcus, about the upcoming movie X-Men Origins Wolverine. Now, this week, 3 new characters, Deadpool, Gambit, and John Wraith, were revealed to be in the film, taking the total number of mutants to 6. Marcus, going to ask you, should we be worried that this origin story won't focus enough on Wolverine?
Not at all, because, I mean, it'd be good to see new characters in the movies and stuff, because I think some people are getting tired of seeing the older characters in the movie. But I think that Gambit should actually be played by Ryan Reynolds instead of Taylor Kitsch, because Ryan Reynolds looks a little bit more like Gambit and has the more of the body type to do it.
Do you like Taylor Kitsch in the movie at all, or do you think he should just be taken?
I like him in the movie. I mean, because, you know, he kicks ass at Friday Night Lights, but I just think Ryan Reynolds would be more of a good pick for him.
I'm going to say right now, no Ryan Reynolds as Gambit. Corey Haim. People.
Apparently you read his variety ad.
Haim.
You're pushing him hardcore.
Now, which one of these cast members are you the most excited about seeing?
Taylor Kitsch, because, you know, he's one of my favorite actors, and he did Friday Night Lights, which is one of my favorite shows. So I'm excited to see him in the movie. I hope he didn't mess Gambit up, though, because Gambit's one of my favorite X-Men.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Marcus. Now, finally, we are talking about the recently leaked RIAA training video that equates people who download music with drug dealers and murderers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, take a look at what the RIAA thinks of music piracy.
I think, number one, it has to be stressed that this type of crime affects quality of life. It also has links to some terrorist organizations for those federal prosecutors out there. There's a number of cases that we're working on right now. But what we're seeing is also a link to selling drugs with the CDs and some gun activity as well.
Okay, I'm going to go to Tyler. Tyler, did you have any idea that downloading music was just as bad as being a crack-dealing terrorist?
No, I didn't. I mean, to me, it's just something every average Joe, does it. I'm not saying personally I do it, but...
Tyler, are you drunk? Tyler, are you drunk right now?
Huh? No, I'm not drunk.
That's okay.
Just are you downloading and drinking? Because that is just deadly.
That is ultimate terrorism.
Do not download and drink.
My question is, you know, downloading the new Clay Aiken song, blowing myself up in a mall in front of 500 people. Very similar.
Well, to some people I think it is, and I don't think you should joke about it, Zach Selman.
I'm a Claymate.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Tyler, and everybody else in our virtual audience for keeping us on our toes.
You made fun of me for keeping it on my toes, but those ballet classes have paid off because I've been on my toes this entire time.
Really?
You're in an apple box and I look taller.
Because look at poor Zach. Wait, come back to us. Wait, look at this. See? No, wait.
That's
stand
me
up
without the
normally.
apple box.
If I'm not on an apple box, you look like a freak.
Yeah.
So I help you out.
And I'm only 5'4".
I want you to keep hosting with me so that our president's like, no, it looks too uncomfortable.
All right.
So I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Because this guy's awesome, right? We love Zach. Want you to hear more.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to widen myself for the next one.
Tonight, everybody, catch the world's most, dare I say, jaw-dropping and amazing TV with G4's new nightly block of totally foreign shows. It's called Duty Free TV. Now, the block features imports unseen here in the States, like Super Big Product Fun Show.
It's a lot of fun. The show takes a bizarre look at infomercials with over-the-top demos designed to make its participants squirm. Don't miss Duty Free TV weeknights at 8:30 only on G4. Check out g4tv.com/duty-free for info, updates, and exclusive downloads.
You guys, please don't go anywhere. Now that the format war is over, you can relax and commit to Blu-ray with Samsung Home Theater in a box. That is coming up on GadgetCon. Don't miss it.
Attack of the Show, one of iTunes' best podcasts of 2007.
And start cheese cycling.
Ditch them at my house. I need new stuff. Now, it's time for today's epic fail. Now, today we reach into the bottom of our internet and pull out an attempt at political humor from the guys at 236.com.
It's called the Hillary Clintones.
Yeah.
But we're calling it epic fail.
Epic fail.
People say Senator Clinton represents the old way of doing things.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, because this junior senator from New York has got your number with some of the freshest ringtones for your mobile. Bonds your deal, text ROT'em1.
And I've suggested we take a look at a new classification of long-term treasury bonds.
So next time you blow up, your friends can know that you support simplifying the college loan application process and tracking and eliminating corporate welfare. Booyah!
You know what? I bet Hillary's campaign is behind this video, you know, trying to drum up support for the kids.
Yeah, get the hip young guy in the 1990s sweatshirt, you know, to say booyah.
Just because you're white and you speak with a deep voice does not make you a rapper.
No.
Just so you know.
Not at all. And just like this attempted sketch, Hillary's entire campaign is sadly becoming this.
Oh.
Now, coming up on the next AOTS, we've got the new Nokia N82 phone in Gadgetron.
And an epic tale. Also known as Women of the Web, see? Our very own gift girl, Shay Loren, is back. Find out where she ranks, and also we found out that she plays the Wii naked with the big old chigungas rolling around.
I like that. And in the loop, our movie experts, they weigh in on the upcoming Academy Awards ceremony. Tune in and adjust your Oscar pool entry accordingly. And starting Monday, the late night AOTS moves from 11 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
Now you guys don't have to stay up so late to catch our special after hours around the net. Now, for all things you guys saw today and more, go to g4tv.com/AOTS. We'd like to say thank you for being here.
Yeah, I finally got some shears. Thanks, guys.
But why are they so small?
Why are these so small? This is ridiculous.
Did they measure and then they thought that'd be most accurate?
Maybe. Let me do your nipples.
No, you can't
nipples.
No.
Adios, dog. Come on.
Well, wait,
Come on.
thank you for being here. But
It's
don't
been a
cut my
pleasure.
nipple. Don't
All right, all right.
Now you want to cut my nipple?
I love it. Good to see you. If you want, let's show 'em.
Okay, cut my nipple. We've got some time.
I can really feel your nipple?
You can cut them.
Okay, done. Excuse me.
Get in there.
Adios, y'all. Have a good one. As they say.
You got it?
Oh, I'm going to cut your hair.
Oh.
Orale vatos.